Hello, hello. Hi, my name is Hannah Ayeno. Today I want to talk to you about insecurities. And I want to give you actually 5 tips to help you shake off your insecurities. I have my note here, that's why I keep looking away. So, before we start off, if you are a person struggle with feeling unsafe, feeling useless, feeling outcasted or excluded, more likely those are the sign of insecurity or being insecure. So why do I want to address what is a big deal, right? You may think, why are we even talking about it? Because most of the time we don't talk about being insecure. We don't talk about our insecurities, the struggle, the battle that we carry. So for instance, the scripture says, as a man think, so is he. See, whatever you think, even the scripture tells us, and that's who you are. So I want to help you overcome, and I want to help you understand whatever you are facing, you're struggling with currently. I want to be able to help you in this session. So the 5 tips I promise to give you today is to shake it off. And the first one, I would say, face your feelings. See, anything that we faced, it loses power. It doesn't have power over you because now you have awareness, right? That means once you have awareness, you know how to engage with awareness. So the confronting your feeling is the primary thing. So how do you confront your feeling? Is the first thing you do is sit down, write it down, everything, how you feel. And anything that attached to insecurities, when you feel unsafe, not good enough, not smart enough. It could be like, I'm not tall enough, I'm not short enough. It could be anything. Write it down and identify, why do you think you're not good enough, and make a list. Once you make a list, now the second step will be really addressing those limiting beliefs. The limiting beliefs you have about yourself, the limiting beliefs you believed and agreed with yourself. That's why is you carrying this insecurity currently. This insecurity comes from because you agreed with those lies. Remember what I said? The scripture says, as a man thinketh, so is he. Because you agreed, those limiting beliefs now has power over you. So now, challenge those limiting beliefs. So let's say, instead of I'm not smart enough in this area, challenge yourself to really study that area and to overcome and address what resources do you need in order to overcome. Or it could be you want to lose weight, but you don't openly talk about it because you feel embarrassed or whatever the reason might be. Write it down, it's okay. Once you write it down, then it's easier to come up with a plan. The plan that's attainable. The plan that you can achieve yourself. So whatever it is, make a list and challenge your limiting beliefs. And journal every day. And when the thought comes up, catch yourself. When those thoughts comes up, then engage right away. When you say, oh, this is not gonna happen. Oh, I'm not be able to meet the deadline. Oh, I'm not, and instead of saying that, why? Do I need to openly talk about it? And you'll be surprised. If you openly talk about it, if you openly go to look for answer in the right way, you'll be surprised the kind of support you will receive. So those are the main thing. I remember years ago, I supposed to convert a mainframe script into BRD, business requirement document. I was challenged. First, I didn't know Unix, but instead of sitting day in and day out, I'm gonna get fired because I'm not be able to deliver, I finally say I have to find a solution. Yes, this is a very tough task I assigned to, but there's a solution behind it. So I decided to look for help. I decided to start making phone calls. And in the end, I finished it. Even my boss was surprised because he agreed it was a tough task. So that's my point. See, in my mind, I thought I was going to get fired. But my boss is thinking this is a very tough task. So we have to find more resources. But I didn't engage him. What I did was I just went and looked for help. And thankfully, I was able to find help. That was the greatest lesson for me. So the thing is that we believe and we limit ourselves and thinking, okay, I'm not good enough, but everybody else is good enough. If they find out, that's it. This is going to be my last day. But that's not the reality. That's what insecurity does to us. Right? So challenge those limiting beliefs. Find solution. Then the next one is I want to address, explore the root of the issue. Explore those areas. Understand where that came from. When did you start making agreements with those lies, with those limiting beliefs? What happened? When did that happen? Trace back every steps of your life, because that gives you a solid answer. So once you trace back, then you understand when you open door for those voices, when you open door for those lies, and suddenly you made agreement with insecurities, and now it's manifesting in many ways. Being insecure is very destructive. It's not productive. So that's the one thing. Explore the root cause and see, look back, write down, journal. So once you know the root cause, it can even help you to address it effectively. Because imagine if you know, if the disease has been identified, it's easy to prescribe the right medication. It's the same way. Once you know the root cause, it's much easier to manage. So the second one is I want to tell you is understand how your insecurities make you respond. Remember I said being insecure is very destructive. It's a very destructive behavior. It does not allow you to be authentic. That means when a person is not being authentic, you cannot have a blueprint of who you are. You can't create your own blueprint. Everything is duplicated. Because being insecure is limiting your creativity, limiting your mind, limiting your imagination, because you don't think you are good enough to create something beautiful, or you don't think you are good enough to convince or to make a difference or to be the solution, the answer prayer. So that's what insecurity does. You're supposed to walk around as an answered prayer for someone. But if you are battling with insecurities, it's hard to see yourself. You are a solution provider. It's hard for yourself to be creative. So engage yourself. Understand, how do you respond? You may be perfectionist. So perfectionist is being insecure, actually, because you don't want to be you don't want to be criticized by anyone else. So you rather work and perfection before that thing goes to public or before you show it to someone else. That means you are afraid what people may say and the feedback may give you. Yes, don't take me wrong. It's expecting feedback from others is not easy. But that feedback is the one makes you grow. It helps you to grow. So that's the one thing, is when a person is insecure, when you are insecure, shy away from any form of feedback. There's constructive feedback that's supposed to help you to grow and to explore your weakness and to engage your strength and understand how you feel and understand how you respond to feedback, how you respond to anything that is sensitive, anything that has to do with your work. And commit yourself to change them. Okay? And the next thing is adopt a growth mindset. So when a person is insecure, a growth mindset is absolutely not. It's a very unfamiliar task. But if you are not adapting a growth mindset, how are you going to grow in this very fast-paced world we live in? So adapt a growth mindset. Understand everyone have their own shortcomings. So whatever someone is good and you may not be. And be open. Be open to learn from others. Be open to receive a constructive feedback. Not only receive, once you receive it, put action. Put it to work. And challenge yourself. Make progress. Don't give up on anything. When things doesn't work out, don't cut yourself out. Don't count yourself out of the blessing God has for you. And instead, rise up again and trying to see, okay, whatever didn't work yesterday, I'm going to come up with a new plan, a new strategy. And God will give you a new strategy to move forward. You could be 5th grade. You could be in college. You could be in corporate America. You can run your own business, or you can be in your ministry. Don't give up. Do what you can today. For tomorrow, God got your back. But engage a growth mindset. Challenge yourself. Learn to adapt new things. Learn to be open and embrace challenges. So challenges happens, and embrace change. The more you embrace change, the more you embrace challenge, the more you will have the mind that will explore deeper and deeper. And that way you will continue to grow and you will not be stuck. So those are the tips I want to give you. And remember, insecurities are feelings and they don't define you. If you focus on your strengths and challenge your limiting beliefs and adapt a growth mindset, you can overcome these insecurities. Be more confident and self-assurance. Practice self-assurance. When you're self-assured of yourself, it is much easier to face whatever you are facing today and tomorrow. So insecurity shall not and cannot define who you are any longer. You can be more authentic when you face and confront insecurities. And people will see you and love you more because they see the real who you are, the real self, who you are. Okay? I hope this blesses you. Thank you again, and subscribe and like. Thank you for listening. Hannah.